Hey, good morning. I'm showing 0700. We'll get started. The plan section chief for IMT1. If you do me a favor, please silence all electronics, turn down your radios, and keep all conversations outside the briefing area so everybody gets a good briefing. We'll get started with the incident situation update.
Good morning, Josh Campbell, Night Ops for Team 1. Okay, last night was really good. Got a lot of good work done, but the rain shut us down as far as firing about midnight. Division Alpha worked up Highway 70, loaned some resources, and got in there over on the East Branch and helped those folks out. Did some really good work in there as far as trying to go direct where they can. Bravo and Charlie looking really good, just continuing to mop up and backhaul trash. Division Echo, they got all that taken care of around Bull Hill. It's all prepped and everything and ready to fire if the opportunity presents itself today. Division Foxtrot, still trying to button up that piece off of Humboldt Ridge there, or Humboldt Summit. And then Gulf, Ida, Juliet, and Lima patrolling the line that they've already fired and trying to hold that and then get depth where they can. Division Mike, dealing with the spot down below Butts Reservoir. And then also loaned 11 tractors over to Branch 20, trying to figure out where they can go direct out by Round Valley. And they're currently pushing right now, and they got about 2 miles to finish that up. End of report.
Thank you. Moving on to the incident and objectives, starting with the management objectives. Utilize the risk management process to identify and mitigate hazards to protect firefighters and the public. Emphasize strategies and tactics that have the highest probability of success and the least exposure to firefighters and the public. Develop strategies to protect life, property, communities, businesses, and infrastructure. Employ tactics that fulfill these strategies while being mindful of the necessity for contingency and emergency plans. Ensure strategies account for incident priorities, applying resources to fire. Provide timely and continuous incident information to affected agency partners, cooperators, and California Team 2, as well as the public. And maintain fiscal accountability, keeping costs commensurate with values at risk. Moving on to the control objectives. Keep the fire north of the fire perimeter and Highway 162 and junction of Highway 70. Keep the fire south of Highway 36 and Highway 80, east of Highway 32. And keep the fire west of Genesee Road and Grizzly Ridge to Highway 70. Fire weather.
Good morning, Julia Ruthford with Fire Weather. So for today, we're looking at a very different fire weather day. It may be cool and moist down here right now, but by this afternoon, we'll be back into full-on summer weather. We've got a ridge of high pressure building over the area. We've already seen dry air coming in aloft up at the ridge tops. Ridgetop relative humidities are down to 20 to 25% right now. Valleys, of course, are a lot moister underneath that inversion, but when the inversion breaks, we'll be seeing those humidities dropping down into the mid-teens over most of the area. Could see a little bit lower in a few areas into the lower teens, but we'll be transitioning from this cool, moist to warm, dry, and unstable pretty rapidly by early afternoon or so as that inversion lifts all the way out. For winds today, we're looking for a general westerly flow, not all that strong. So we're going to be seeing primarily terrain-driven winds over the fire area. Overnight, we got a fairly decent northeast wind, down drainage wind. So especially here in Branch 1, you'll be seeing northeast winds in the 15 to 20 mile an hour range through about 1000 or so. Then those will be getting lighter. Then early afternoon, we'll see the terrain-driven winds developing. So for Branch 1 and 5, that'll be out of the southwest. As you get up to Branch 7, more west, but oriented along the individual valleys. And further north in Branch 9 and 10, it'll have more of a west-northwest component in the afternoon. Like I said, largely terrain driven. Exposed places you may see gusts in the 15 to 20 mile an hour range. So back up to more normal breezy conditions as opposed to the really light winds we had yesterday under the inversion. But so that key timing today is going to be when that inversion lifts out, with it getting a lot warmer, a lot drier, and a little bit breezier. Overnight, we're going to switch back into the downslope, down valley pattern, but we're going to see our humidity stay quite a bit drier overnight, 20 to 25% up on the ridges, about 40 to 45% in the valleys, but definitely trend back towards warm, dry again. Have a good shift.
Fire behavior.
Good morning, John Cook, Fire Behavior. So all that moisture that everyone was enjoying yesterday, that's gone. Get it out of your head. Don't think about it anymore. It's got no more impact today. Today is totally different. You just heard warm, dry, and windy again. So this is more like a day on Monday. We've had creeping and smoldering yesterday. Expect to see a little more active flame or things poking around today. Again, like Mary talked about on Monday, we kind of took that lid off and the smoke got out of here and we saw the activity pick up. Again, that's going to be more like today. There's more potential. Again, the fuels are definitely dry from that bit of rain. We'll be in single digits on the fine fuels, down back to 4%. So things are receptive, ready to go. That sun hits out there, you're going to see that activity pick up, and you already got sun right now. So reset your head, reset your mind back to what it was 2 days ago. No more puddles on the road. That's gone. She talked about the winds coming in, the southwest flow, and then that's conducive to operations going on in the burnout. But then in the evening, when that stuff goes back down drain, it's going to put that smoke back across the lines on Foxtrot and Echo, so it's going to be hard to detect what's going on. Dryness again today. Anything that's smoldering, spotting, punking around, anything that may have possibly got across the line somewhere, just nearby, duffers. Today's going to they're going to pick up early in the afternoon. So again, I know I'm repeating and reiterating that, but that's what today's going to be. Probability of ignition is back above 80%. And again, any of those spot overs or holdovers are going to establish today. I'll leave you with watch out number 14, weather becoming hotter and drier.
Operational work assignments.
Good morning, Merrick Fields, Operations for CAL FIRE IMT1. Don't let this thing lull you into a false sense of security. It's tried to do it to us a couple of times. This fire is not going to be over and done with until it's covered in a blanket of snow, and not just a little bit of snow. We're talking feet of snow. There's going to be resources committed to this long into the fire season. It's not even August yet, so we just have to keep our heads in the game and what we're doing, and go out there and execute the plan that we've got for today. So down at Branch 1, Alpha Bravo, we're pretty much in that patrol and mop-up stage, that Highway 89 corridor. We're working up Highway 70 into East Zone. We're in constant communication with them, and we're coordinating our efforts in there with the East Zone folks. Moving over into Branch 5, that Division Charlie piece, Snow Meadows, pretty much, we're looking good in there in Snow Meadow, but we still got to reinforce that, get our folks out there on that line right away. And then moving up into where we're going to possibly do some firing when conditions warrant today. That's our piece that we've got to get buttoned up as soon as we can, but we have to be patient on that. We have to wait for the conditions to be favorable for what we want to achieve in there. So patience on that piece. If we get the conditions that we need, we may possibly put some fire on the ground this afternoon, or we'll wait till later in the day, or if we have to wait another day and go in there tomorrow, that's when we'll do that. While we're waiting for those conditions to become favorable, we're going to go in there and continue to do all the prep work. Even if we've already prepped it, we'll keep prepping it so that when we do fire that, we can hold that piece, because that's the key piece that we've got to get buttoned up today. That's our number one priority for this fire, to get that primary line blackened in so that we can start thinking about the demobbing and sending folks home. But until we get that done, we're all going to be here in this, and we got to keep our head in that. Moving up into branch 9 and 10, we're pretty much in the starting to get into the mop-up and patrols phase up there. We've got a little bit of a green island between our firing operation and the main fire. If conditions warrant, we'll go in there and blacken up some of that. Division Mike over here, I want to make this clear. We're going direct on all of this stuff in Division Mike, and we're working in close coordination with our East Zone partners next door in Division November, and loaning some resources over there. So have a safe shift. Thank you.
Branch and division roll call.
Good morning, BJ Corey, Resource Unit Leader with Team 1. This will be the branch and division roll call for the West Zone. So branches and divisions, whether you're here at the Westwood camp, when you hear your name, please stand, face the crowd so everybody can see and hear you. And we will get started with Branch 1, Wallen. Here. Division Alpha, Sawyer. Highway 89 Group, Cisneros. Here. Fire Suppression Repair, Derby. Here. And McDaniel. Here. Silver Dollar Staging will be Riley. Here. Branch 5, Vance. Here. And Andreas. Here. Division Bravo, Charlie, Mancebo. Here. Echo, Clellan. Here. And Coos, trainee. Here. Branch 7, Dyer. Here. And Todashini, trainee. Here. Division Foxtrot, Hollister. Here. Golf, Watner. Here. Branch 9, Shalhoub. And Novak, trainee. Division India, Ryan. Division Juliet, Hunt. Branch 10, Petro. Division Lima, Engler. And Manfred, trainee. Division Mike, McGovern. And Morgenstern, trainee. Lake Allamore Group, England. Westwood Staging, Rodriguez. Contingency Branch, Felix. West Contingency, Sorensen. Here. North Contingency, Diocarizia. And Seymour. Northeast Contingency, Lohan. Thank you, everybody, and have a safe shift.
Air operations.
Good morning, everyone. Thomas Smith, Deputy Air Ops, Team 1. I just want to keep covering two main items. The first one, UAS or drone platforms. Unless they are specifically approved by the AOBD, there are no UAS flights allowed. Second, air-to-ground command and air-to-ground TAC. You need to be monitoring those and communicating with the aircraft over you. We've had some issues clearing the line and providing good communication with those ground resources. 2 days ago, we actually had to jettison a bucket off of a Chinook, and not only with the water, the retardant coming down, we don't want something like that coming down on you. For the lineup today to support your planned fixed wing, we have early up air attack and tankers. For rotor wing, we've come down to 14 Type 1s, 7 Type 2s, 7 Type 3s. We'll continue to have your 24-hour hoist along with an agency daytime hoist. And we'll continue to support you guys with the Deer MRB for both aerial and ground application retardant. With that, have a safe day.
Communications.
Tom Webb, Communications Unit Leader. For the guys that are off shift yesterday, you need to come in and get cloned. Come and see us. They did have some changes to the west zone yesterday. So come in and see us. If you have any doubt, come in and see us. We make sure you have the right frequencies. We are moving resources over to the west zone, so we want to be sure that you have the right loads. If you get moved over there, you can talk with them. Assigned frequencies, that's what's on the 205s. Those are the frequencies that are authorized to be used on this fire. If you're using one of your home frequencies as a crew net, as a jabber net, as you're traveling up and down the hill, stop it. We've had some interference issues at some of the sites, getting back into some of the public safety agencies in the area. If we hear that again today, we will be out with our homing equipment trying to find you, and you probably will get FCC fined, which will cost you a lot of money. If you have any questions, come and see us.
Medical.
Good morning, Race Wickless, Medical Unit Leader, Team 1. Tier 206 is found on page 36. At the top, we've got in-camp medical needs and also supplies. We have here at Chico Camp, we have CalMat. Up at Westwood Camp, we have MERT, and CalMat is also there as well. On box 4, you'll see the ambulance and REMS staging locations for today. We still have 24-hour hoist capability. And make sure everybody is aware of box 6 line emergency procedures. And also, if somebody is transported from your crew or any part of your company down either to MERT, CalMat, or a hospital, we need a rep to go with them. Whether it's a supervisor or somebody that you designate that is understands your guys' procedures to go with the patient. Thank you. Have a safe shift.
Safety.
Good morning, Dennis Lang, safety for IMT1. The fire that we've been here for so long now, complacency, so PPE. It's unacceptable for people to be out on the line doing fire operations or mop up or whatever they're doing to not have the appropriate PPE per your agency's policy and procedures. So please lead up, lead down, and around and ensure our folks are wearing their proper equipment that's out there. For driving, the Highway 70 corridor is going to be going down to a one-lane traffic control area. So ensure folks are slowing down, being heads up, keep your heads on a swivel, and headlights on, and please slow down. Watch out for the, excuse me, watch the people coming around you and come around those corners. And then a good note, so for our safety record here on this incident has been very well. So that is good for you, for your folks coming down and going around, so keep those things up. Thank you.
Logistics.
Good morning, Jesse Morris, Logistics. If you could please turn to page 39, this is our service and support schedule for Chico and Westwood Camp. I do have a write-in for the fuel tank, or the fuel truck that was at drop point 2 has now been moved to drop point 190. On page 41 is the CAL FIRE 101 form. This form is for items that you may have left on the line. On page 42 is our vehicle repair checklist. On page 48 and 49 in your IEP, you'll find our facility map for both Chico and Westwood camps. And a reminder, if you are assigned to branch 9, 10, North, or the Northeast Contingency or the Almanar Group, you will be supported out of the Westwood camp. Have a safe shift.
And one quick announcement, if you're here as a trainee and want to get credit for this assignment, make sure you check in with our training tech spec located in the same building that you checked in as. Information.
Good morning, my name is Chris Bruno, Public Information Officer Trainee for Incident Management Team 1. If you turn to page 44 in your IAP, I have an updated status of the fire. Currently, the Dixie incident is 217,581 acres. Personnel assigned are 5,306 with 23% containment on the incident. Below listed are the CAL FIRE social media policy, as well as the federal fire social media policy. And lost and found has been established at our 2 PIO trailers. Thank you.
Final comments from Incident Commander.
Good morning, Nick Truax. I was going to keep this super short this morning, but I do want to make one pledge to you guys. I will get you a couple days off before it snows. How's that? All right. Other than that, I'm just very thankful for everything you guys have done. We're starting to gain on this thing. Get out there, work hard, work smart. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Okay. Any unassigned resources, if you're not in the IAP or on the DMOB list, check in with unassigned resources back where you picked up your IAPs. The breakout locations have changed, so please wait until I'm done before you start moving. Starting to my left, your right, Division Alpha, Highway 89 Group, Fire Suppression Repair, just inside the gate, staging. On the other side, Bravo Charlie, Division Echo, Foxtrot, Gulf, and West Contingency back here in the corner. Have a safe shift, turn on your phones and radios.